Hello and welcome back to our renovation project in central Portugal. This week we enjoy a few days break in the recent wet weather to continue with some outdoor projects. Phil's still trying to park the car between all the weeds, and more trees get a spring haircut. So we wheel out the chipper to put the cuttings to good use. And we take a break with some very juicy fruit from our trees. We're always amazed by the support and comments from so many of you all around the world and in so many languages. We've been feeling a bit guilty that if you're using the caption service, the automatic translations aren't quite as good as they could be. So we've started to work on our own transcripts that reflect our words more accurately and hopefully translate better as well. To see them, just use the CC button, usually in the bottom right-hand corner, to turn captions on or off. Next to that is the gear icon, where you can select your preferred language. We've more than 40 already loaded, but if we've missed yours, then please let us know in the comments so we can sort it out. We're also working back through some of our previous episodes to sort those out too. But first, let's go to the top of the land in front of the barn, where we hope to park the car one day soon.
Probably see there's a bit of a weed covering. So in spite of having the geotextile fabric down below, a lot of the stuff, the rubble that came, various builders and building sites and friends have deposited rubble on here, and a lot of it had some soil attached or enclosed within it. And of course the soil contains the shoots and the seeds of some of the weeds, so in spite of having the weed fabric down, there's still weeds now growing on top of it. So I've got to do a bit of get the worst out before I can get the gravel down. The stuff we got from Michael and Becky, which was all internal stuff, that's got no soil on it at all, so there's no weeds over that end. It's the weeds that we've done from our own stuff and the builders from various other sites have done. But hey ho, it's a nice day. It's not the worst thing in the world I'm going to do. Quite interesting. You look at these and some of them are just in scraps of soil on top of stones like that one, or they're above the fabric and just in this mess of soil, but the roots go down to the fabric and sort of have latched in. That one pulls away. See how it's just pulls away and they're in the fabric but not weeds growing through the fabric. So all of this is stuff which is above. So the more of this I can get out, the less likely it is to return. super juicy.
Mm.
You can't really separate the segments on these, can you?
You could only sort of like 2 or 3 at a time.
Mm.
Have to commit.
Oh. Delicious.
Mm.
That's what we need.
As luck would have it, kitchen roll at the ready.
Mm.
Hang on a minute.
Good. So good. Put that down a hole somewhere.
Each day, we drive the car further onto the gravel driveway as it grows and park it in a slightly different position. It's compacting everything down nicely and is a very good value solution. It won't be long, I hope, before we can go all the way up to the barn. Here I am in the secret room at the end of day 2 of painting in here. Managed to get the second coat on all of the walls and the ceiling, and it's starting to look better. Phil's going to do a bit of render to fill in those great big cracks that you can still see, and also around the joints between the ceiling and the walls, because there's still quite a big gap. But I think one more coat should probably do it. But I won't do that until Phil's done the render, because he's going to make more mess. But so there you go. I'm loving this late afternoon sun. We've probably got a couple of hours of daylight still to play with, which feels about right for one more tree. We had a short debate over which tree I wanted Phil to cut, but that was soon resolved. They'll all be done before too much longer.
There.
Leave the one that's kind of coming at that.
Leave that one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Take that one out, yeah.
So up above that. There.
Yeah.
So now what have we got left?
This side here. This will be coming out. If you can bring him back to there.
Okay.
Maybe. Getting back to a sort of matching level, isn't it? Woo. Another nicely pruned olive, and another nice pile of stuff to chip.
Sorted all out like that. Easy to deal with. You got the big branches which we can cut up for firewood.
Yep.
Those ones we can cut for firewood as well, down to the smaller bits. And then that one's again,
Yeah.
anything over an inch for firewood, anything under an inch we'll go for chipping.
Good, and I've got another pile already waiting down there for you.
Cool.
Sorry to wax a bit lyrical, but the evening light on a day like this is just gorgeous. And I know you all take us to task for trying to do too much, so here I'm just soaking in the view down to the valley.
Good morning, and it's a glorious morning this morning, just beautiful clear blue skies. Half an hour ago down in the valley it was misty and quite grey and quite bleak. We're only about, I suppose, 30 odd metres above that level, but once you get up here so quickly the mist burns away and you get a beautiful morning like this. So catching up on yesterday, we did the olive tree down the bottom there. And one of the things you've got to learn on this site is how to manage the work sites, how to manage the positions, because all the olive branches are down in the valley over there. The olive cuttings need to go onto the area here in front of the courtyard garden, and the chipper is up in the barn. So I'm sort of working on the basis, minimise the legwork. So I'm going to bring the chipper down here as a single shot, cut and prepare the olive branches so that they're ready for chipping, and bring them up onto this little concrete platform here, and then I can just spit them out of the chipper wherever we need them around here, just part of hopefully trying to be a bit more efficient. I can't see this sweatshirt staying on for too long. I'm already feeling the warmth from the sun on my shoulders. Lovely. So on the main pile, anything under an inch will go for chipping. Question of segregating it out. That's about okay. And chopping it off where you have to with the saw. So the chunky stuff will go for firewood. You get through it quite quickly if you're, I find, if I'm organised about it. And throwing this lot down all in the same way, in theory, means I can grab it up in fewer bundles to drag it up. That's a good lot. I'll come back in a moment. And that's that. Took only 30 minutes to get rid of that big pile and spread that out now. That'd be great. It's so good, that machine. So pleased with it. Oh, getting a bit warm though.
It's amazing what you find if you just stop and stand still for a while. This cute little baby, it looks like a viola. After yesterday's confusion, the other V-shaped olive tree gets the treatment today. This one is Vasco, the other one's Victor. I do have a bit of a habit of naming my trees. These two are definitely on the mature side, probably between 70 and 100 years old. They sit quite close together as a pair, and each have the distinctive V-shape. The split is at about shoulder height, which we're assuming was deliberate so that the branches are easily reached. However, since the farm was abandoned, they've just done their own thing, and each has over 10 more feet of trunk above the separation. We're cutting them back hard this year, and probably some more again next year, to give us a nice accessible shape just above the V. And hopefully a good crop of olives too.
So the game plan in here really is to make it as comfortable as possible. So when we're in the summer months, when we're sleeping in here, again, before the reconstruction, before the redevelopment starts, but in the summer months to make this as comfortable as possible and as nice a place to live in during our time here.
Quick end of day update. I did a bit more painting today. Got another bit of the wall in the tiny house done and did some other patching in the secret room as well. But unfortunately I've run out of paint, so we have to wait till we go back to the city to get some more. And that's just about all we've got time for this week. Hope to see you again next time.